What on earth is that? Let's find out. So on our flying quadcopters, we're used to a variety of different VTX antennas, from the basic little dipole antenna all the way through to the awesome pagodas, love them or hate them, and of course to the circular antennas as well, like this one. But there is a new type of antenna in town and they're becoming very common in the racing scene, and they are these little stubby ones. So this is the RealACC Stubby antenna. This is actually a replacement for all of the antennas you've just seen, in fact, and basically these are much more crash proof. You might have noticed those antennas I just showed you were not all in the best of states, and that's because whenever you crash your quad, the thing that comes off really worst off is the antenna. Now this, as you can see, is just tiny, but this is a right-handed circular polarization antenna for 5.8 gig video, and this basically replaces all of the antennas you've just seen. You simply unscrew those and fit one of these. Now these are omnidirectional, so you could put one of these on your goggles as well actually, although these have very low gain. These are actually only 1.6 dBi, but that should be fine, although at least we will see in the flight test. But what's great about these is just how durable they are. That is it. I mean, the antenna's embedded within this shell here. Now, if you do happen to crash and destroy the shell or the plastic coating here, you can also buy spare covers here. These are only about $1 or £1, and that's literally just the plastic shell, not the whole antenna. So I recommend buying some of those as well. Links to both of these are in the video description, and that's the good thing about these as well. These are about £5 or $6 each, so they're really, really cheap. So they're available in two different choices. You can get the SMA male, as we've got here, or you can also get an RP SMA male. In terms of the weight as well, they are super lightweight, much lighter than any of the antennas I've just shown you, because you don't have the rest of the stalk on the bottom of the antenna. It's literally just this top part. So anyway, really interested to see how these perform. So let's do that test right now. So I'm going to be using the Dart Max for this test, one of my favourite little quads. At the moment it's got this antenna on there. It looks like a Triumph, but it's not. It's a cheap clone. But let's quickly do a flight out and back and around the trees, and let's just see what sort of signal we get. And then we'll do the same with the Stubby. Okay, so here we go. This is with the regular antenna. So we're going to first of all head off down towards the trees and just fly around them just to gauge the signal we get with a stock antenna. So here we go, down towards the trees. Lovely signal at the moment, no breakup. Let's go down through this gap here and then around and back. So a little bit of breakup there, in and out. Go back through the trees. We'll take this route here. There we go. So yeah, moderate breakup, nothing too significant. We'll just go around and do that again. So up around the trees, same one again. Might go for that gap again. No, I'm not going to do it this time. Yeah, again, moderate breakup, nothing significant though. We'll go back again through that gap and then rotate around and we'll come into land. So that's a good first test. Not perfect clean signal, quite a bit of breakup. Let's see how the Stubby fares. So first of all, whenever you're messing around with antennas, unplug the battery, because if you have a VTX powered up with no antenna, you are likely to pop that VTX. Not quite as common occurrence on a 25 milliwatt VTX, but still, it's going to get hot. You don't want that. So I've attached a little 45-degree angle to this little Stubby, just so that I get a better angle when it's flying at speed. So I'm going to attach that to the quad now. Like that, and I'm going to angle it so that it's pointing, there we go. And the reason I'm angling it like that is so that when I'm flying like that, the antenna is still nice and upright. So now let's do the same sort of flight test with that Stubby and see how we get on. So now here we go, let's take flight. We've got the Stubby on. Let's do pretty much the same flight pattern and see how we get on signal wise. Here we go. Oh, forgot I wasn't in acro mode. So we'll go around the trees, same as before. Little bit more break up there than we got before, but not a lot, nothing significant. And again, looking nice again here. Let's go around the quad, go around the trees. Ah, this battery's going flat now, and I only brought 2 with me, silly me. But I would say in general, no big issue there at all. And we are behind thick trees here, overgrown with leaves, etc. And yet, we're not seeing any significant breakup. There, purposely went a bit higher there to go right behind the foliage of that tree. No issue at all. Ah, now we are getting a battery warning. Silly me, life of a reviewer. You get bored of charging batteries and also you forget. But overall, what a great little stubby antenna. Now, whilst we can, let's keep the RPM a little bit lower and let's go for a bit of a range test because we have got the stubby fitted. So let's keep it above 14 volts here and just have a very relaxed, subdued range test. Now we are using the Dock King here as well, so that's going to help with our RF penetration, but I mean, look at that. We've got the tiniest little stubby antenna you've ever seen, and yet we've got just immaculate signal here. Really, really good. Really impressed by that. I mean, this is only 25 milliwatts as well. So what a great little stubby antenna. And of course, the other good thing about these stubbies as well is that they're far more crash resistant. So yeah, overall, I am really, really impressed by that. That's great. If you want to buy one of these, links are in the video description. Leave your comment below. And thank you very much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up. Cheers guys, bye-bye.